Loveline.
Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey everyone, it's Loveline. I'm Adam, that's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Leanne Tweeden is here tonight. I felt like I was missing something at the very top of the show. Leanne, dear friend, Leanne hasn't been on the show in over a year. We've now
No, I was at the old studio.
Find out. The beautiful old Westwood, too. Please,
this place is much better.
Please, someone torch that place. Torch it for a million reasons, all of which are righteous ones. Please torch that dump. We're here at fabulous K-Rock, just down the street. Leanne is on the cover and in the body of, speaking of body, FHM magazine. I took a good perusing of it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, you did?
Well, it's at
Before
the
you
office.
got here.
You know, one of the nice things about having a job, there's actually, especially, you know, over at Jimmy's or the Man Show or whatever, there's always just knee-deep in FHM and Load and all these.
You have to do your research, right?
Load. Yeah. Well, not pornography, but, you know, well, we do get the pornography, too. We get the Penthouse, and we get the
Hustler,
and like Playboy, and all the good stuff. Penthouse, thank God, has toned down the urinating on the folks.
No, but don't they show men and women now? They didn't do before, I think, and somebody told me that recently. I'm like, can they get away with that?
They do. It's funny, too. It's funny when Penthouse comes out with the big gala Christmas issue, and it's like you flip the thing open, the guy's taking a dump on it. It's like, wow.
That's gross.
That's a Christmas issue. Wow. I like to see the 4th of July one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Deck the halls.
Yeah. Leanne also can be found on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. But wait a minute. Wasn't I on that a few weeks back? We didn't see each other, did we?
No. I'm always traveling and on the road doing some sort of story or event or interviewing athletes or whatever it is that I'm doing.
Oh, so ships.
They probably kept me away from you anyways because you were a little bitter last time I beat you when you were on the show.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Leanne is a bit of a tomboy and very competitive. And a couple things. Last Super Bowl, we all raced in this celebrity go-kart Cadillac race.
I remember that.
I think there was 16 people. Maybe there was 14. I don't remember how many
16,
people.
Yeah,
there might have been 16. Leanne had won it the previous year.
Yeah.
The previous year.
I did,
But
yes.
is there, I'm not missing anything.
No, you're right. That was the inaugural one the first year.
That was the first
before.
year was,
yes.
okay.
So this was the second one this past year.
Leanne couldn't have been more full of herself before the race started, by the way. Just shouting to the world, anyone who would listen, that she was going to mop up with the boys. And by the way, the second...
Posing down.
Second
Exactly,
biggest
with
mouth,
my custom painted helmet.
Oh, yeah, that's the other one, yeah. A $700 helmet with a Dale Earnhardt's helmet she stole from the museum.
No, it was painted by my friend Airtrix, Chris Wood.
And the point is the second biggest mouth on the lot was Pat O'Brien, who by the way, nobody loves himself more than Pat O'Brien. I don't know how much...
You think?
I don't know how that guy... I see Pat O'Brien when he's not standing in front of a mirror, just talking with a trash can on his head so he can hear his own voice. Just putting a metal trash can. Hi, it's Pat O'Brien, Brian. Hi, Pat O'Brien, Brian. Tom Cruise.
What's up with Brittany?
What's up with Brittany? Brittany. Yeah, he was announcing that he was going to win the thing, although I don't know what that was based on because he wasn't turning any kind of laps at all.
No, you and Jimmy were actually pretty competitive. Jimmy Kimmel.
No, Kimmel.
No, Jimmy's a horrible driver.
Didn't you knock him into the hay bales? And
That
almost
sounds
took out
about
Paris Hilton standing on the.
That sounds about right.
I think that was him. Oh well, Jimmy.
Or that might have been you.
Jimmy got eliminated almost immediately. I think
probably semi-intentionally. He doesn't drive.
No, he tries to drive.
No, he tried. Somebody knocked him into the hay bales and almost took Paris Hilton out. For real, it was quite funny.
It would have been awesome. And she, by the way, was the flag person.
Oh, I see.
Who was very confusing because when she got bored would sort of just
wave
kibitz about with the flag, and as you were driving by her, you weren't sure if it was the last lap or what.
Then you come by and it was still waving. What?
Yeah. So I I won my first 3 heats, and Leanne won her first 3 heats, I think it was. And, of course, we squared off in the finals with the...
2 other people.
No, 2 other people, but they weren't the...
I don't even remember who they were.
They weren't the fast ones.
They weren't the caliber of you guys.
No.
No.
He did. He led me for probably the first 5 out of the 8 laps, I think.
I'm going to disappoint you in a second by telling you the reason. Now, you're probably wondering why, when we're going down the straightaway, you're bumping the back of my car. Why is it you're bumping the back of my car?
Because you're going too slow.
Am I not? I have my right foot is not planted firmly on the accelerator?
First of all,
Yes.
that means I'm faster.
That's
Second
right.
of all, that means
That's
you know
right.
I'm here and I'm going to get by you.
Why do you think you're faster?
Because I'm probably lighter,
That's right.
but I'm also a better driver than you
But in
are.
a straightaway?
No, but what did I do? How did I pass you?
Well, you went inside. You nudged
I
me,
bumped and ran.
you went around. It's
called the bump
then
and
when
run,
You got
if you ever
around
watched
me,
NASCAR.
You weren't curious why. You just went by, and I couldn't. You just ended up going 100 feet ahead of me 10 seconds after you passed me. Here's
He
the
sounds
situation.
bitter.
I know it sounds
Savvy
bitter.
driver. You're saying.
He's a terrible driver.
Please, here's how it works. Those cars have like 9 horsepower.
No, actually, they're pretty powerful, those ones that they put out for us. Those
All right.
aren't just like little fun carts. I mean, they're pretty powerful.
I guarantee they don't have more than 20 horsepower.
But they perform differently one from another.
No,
I mean,
they're
exactly
they're
the
all pretty
same.
even.
They're all pretty even.
Yeah.
I weigh 70 pounds more than you do. If
Yeah.
you took a 70-pound sack of cement and put it in your car, I would whoop your ass. Aha!
Let's go put a 70-pound pack of flour in my cart.
You would never do that. I'll do that. I'll make you that bet. You want to do that?
Are you going to be at Super Bowl again this year? I'm sure it'll be there
probably
again.
Won't be asked. Oh, will you take?
Where is it this year?
The Ace Flour Sack
Jacksonville.
Challenge. We take the cement sack challenge.
Yeah,
Will you?
absolutely.
50 pounds. I'll give you 50. What do you weigh?
125, 128.
80 pounds.
Uh-oh. Because I'm
geez.
200. And I had a lot of beer in me from the night before. I had a lot of
you can take a pee
bile
before you
and
try.
cheese. I was up all night boozing. Thank God it doesn't affect my reflex. All right. So
He's still a sore loser.
no, Sore, you're the world's worst winner.
What?
You were screaming about the whole time. And by the way, the rest of the jackasses at the thing were like, she beat you, dude. I'm like, she beat me. I beat all you guys. That's why she beat me.
Everybody, T.O., Terrell Owens, Nick Lachey, Pat O'Brien. I mean, everyone.
Pat O'Brien's making fun of me when he got knocked
Jamie
out.
Foxx.
He
I
got
just saw
knocked-
Jamie Foxx last week at the American Music Awards. He's like, man, girl, you kicked my butt.
All right, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, it's the weight. I'm telling
Whatever.
you. That's the only
You can't
difference.
admit that a woman can be better than you at something
No,
where
you
it's
could.
not necessarily like strength issues or, okay, maybe you got 50 pounds of me, but you can't say that I'm a better driver.
I could.
You can't admit that,
You're
can
a
you?
good driver. I'm not going
I
to say
grew up
you're
in a
not
go-kart
good.
racing and a racing family. That's
All
why
right.
I'm all right.
But here's the thing. You are a good driver. But when I'm going down the straight and you're bumping into the back of me, that's because
It's
your
tactic.
car is 75 pounds
Tactic.
lighter.
Tactic.
All right.
You knew I was there and it was bugging the crap out of you because you knew I was going by you in
no,
a
you're
second.
supposed to bump me. I'm that way. I'm like, you're 10 miles an hour faster, and I am in the straightaway. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I couldn't just pass you because you were hogging the whole middle of the track.
That's all I could do because I knew your car was, or you were faster because of the weight thing. That's all.
So what she's saying is if you'd been a skilled driver, you would have found a way to prevent her
Now,
from
you
passing.
couldn't do it. She just wedged in. She was 10 times
Bump and
faster.
run. You just
10
kind of
times
bump
faster.
him or he
And
kind
by
of
the
goes
way,
outside.
I will make this prediction, too. You will never be beat until you find someone light. You're racing guys that are like these athletes and jocks stuff. Some of these guys are 200
but well, a couple
pounds.
of the girls, like that one model girl, that beautiful girl, she just, she couldn't drive. She was bad.
No, that's my
Right.
point. You're going to
Paris
have to
tried to
find,
get in the cart and she
you're gonna
couldn't
have to
do
find
anything.
a midget or a chick racer.
Right.
Because
You're right. You're right.
If you're seriously, I know it's an excuse, but if you're 50 pounds different than the next person, even if your skill level's even close to the same, you're going to win, and you're a good driver.
Okay.
I'm not taking anything away from Liam, but cocky. Oh boy, cocky. Victoria,
Yes.
you're 21.
Yes.
What's up?
I have a problem with cheating in my relationships, and I want to know if that has something to do with the fact that I've been raped, and I want to know how to fix it so that I don't keep doing it.
Well, let me ask you this. How do you feel about men generally?
I used to hate men until I met
Stop
my
right there.
last boyfriend.
Stop right there.
I used to hate him.
I could feel the hatred coming through. That's what I was thinking. She
Yeah.
hates men. She hates men.
What happened? Who raped you?
It was my husband's brother.
Oh, God.
Well, who raped you when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Come on.
I haven't had any problems when I was a child. I was
Physical abuse?
I had a lot of mental abuse, like a lot of neglect when I was younger.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. So your husband's brother, and are you divorced now?
Yes.
How did your husband take it?
Not the best, but I mean...
He didn't take the side of his brother, did he?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
No, he didn't do too much about it, but he was on my side about it.
Well, here's what women do when they hate men. They start becoming sort of sexualized and trying to attract men, and then hating them for being attracted to them. Sort of creating webs and dragging them into it,
Like
then
a vicious
hating them for playing along with you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that stuff you do?
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Right.
I did that a lot with my husband. I did not do that with my girlfriend, however.
Girlfriend.
I did cheat on my girlfriend, no. And
All right. Well, look, it shouldn't even be called cheating with you anymore. It's just like when a dog gets loose at the park and just starts humping another dog and sniffing something. Is that cheating? I don't know. Look, it's a mess. Do you have any kids?
I have 2 children.
Oh, my God.
How old are you? You're 21?
Yes.
What is
are you
that?
A stripper or something?
What?
You a stripper?
No.
Are you a Mormon?
Okay.
Did you do anything
No.
like that?
Place. No. Look, she's a great mother. How dare you? Victoria, first off, no more kids, for the love of Christ. What are you doing?
I know that. No more children.
I know. And I know beside all the cheating, everything, you're the world's greatest mom.
And the multiple dads.
And
But the kids don't know.
multiple dads or just the one dad?
Oh, it's just the one father.
Refreshing. And where is the guy you're divorced from? Is he going to be a part of the child's life?
He has custody of both the children right now.
Uh-huh.
That is a bad sign.
That is a bad sign. So
What happened?
what else do you want
Drugs?
to tell us? Yeah.
What was that?
What do you want to tell us about why custody was taken away from you?
It wasn't taken away. It was given up because I tried to commit suicide.
All right.
And I didn't feel that I was the best to be raising my children if I had those tendencies.
And it's interesting how you've created the cycle of neglect.
Yeah.
Your mom was out of your life. Your kids' mom's
Okay.
out of their life.
How about some therapy and whatever you're doing? Take your vagina, put a bucket of ice water, and just
Cement.
relax.
Cool it
Stay
down.
off it for
Asphalt.
a year. Just rehab, would you?
Asphalt.
Yeah.
Pave it over.
Would you please? Yeah. I mean, really, can you just stop it?
Victoria, do you see how huge these problems are well beyond the cheating issues? You can't have a stable relationship. You've been abused, neglected. You have profound personality issues. You've given up your children. There's just every life parameter is stressed or falling apart.
Yeah.
This is really serious stuff, and you got to take care of yourself.
Right. All right, please. So no more
work,
kids.
no
Easy with the
kids, no
relationships.
relationships.
Just to focus on like some school or some work.
And by the way, we do a
therapy.
lot of excusing people in this culture. It's like, well, she just right now she's not working, but and right now she can't quite handle having a boyfriend, and right now she had to give up her kids. No. If you can't have a stable relationship, you can't handle a job. That suggests profound psychological problems. Profound.
Which means get help.
Get help.
Yeah. And look, here's our thing. Do whatever you want. Just don't crap out the kids.
Yeah.
Because then
they're
it becomes...
the ones who suffer.
They suffer, and then we suffer because we have to take care of the kids, and they
From
become
society.
the
Sure.
future drug addicts and the prison population and the unemployed and the homeless, and it's all these kids.
How dare you? The homeless are just people who are just out of luck with a job.
Yeah,
How
I know.
dare you? How dare you, Adam? What are you talking
what
about?
goes on in this country that the homeless are considered? Well, the guy, he had a great job. He's working for a defense contractor, had 2 kids, blah, 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 blah. He got laid off. Michael Moore would like you to believe that he got a pink slip, and then all of a sudden he's living in his car and slamming horse, right?
Yeah, right.
Please.
Yeah, that's not the way it works.
I've yet to find a homeless guy that's just the 33 years defense contractor working over at Lockheed, got canned, and now he has to eat out of a garbage can.
And by the way, you come across that guy needs an MRI because he's got a brain tumor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You know, my friend, his dad actually pulled up to a curb once, and a guy was standing there asking for money or, saying, I need a job. And my friend's dad, gave his work card, and he said, hey, call us. I know we need help down at our site, and, we can get you a paying job with benefits and stuff. And the guy goes, how much does it pay? He goes, about $17.50, $18 an hour, which is a great job for any normal American, once you're living on the street. And the guy threw the card back in his window. He goes, I make more money on the street.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm not going to go work.
Yeah.
Can you believe? I mean, that's the kind of attitude you're going to deal with a lot of them. So that just kind of ruins it for the people you do feel sorry for that might have mental problems or something different than those people that are just abusing the nice, the nice people out there.
Let's just call it what it is. It's there's mental illness and drug abuse, pretty much.
That's
I mean, you've seen the guy that holds up the sign and go, "Let's face it, I want a beer." Like, let's be honest. I just want money for a beer.
That guy's getting money.
Yeah, of course he does. Because I mean, at least you know he's not lying to you.
It'd be a nice little cottage industry, nice little side business for me. I'm clever. I could come up with clever signs,
yes,
professionally done up
for the homeless.
But here's the thing. I'm in for a taste.
And the proceeds go to homeless organizations.
No. You didn't hear what
a taste of what they collect.
I'm in for a taste. It's like, look, right now you got that veteran need help. What's that draw you? About $16 a month? That's nothing. All right, I got one here. It's show us your teas. Now, it sounds controversial, but the guys are going to get a laugh and probably stuff $10 in there. Now, I'm giving you this, but I'm gonna send a guy around at the end of every Friday.
Writer's fee.
We're gonna need a little taste. Yeah, like an agent. I'm gonna need 10% of what you bring in. Shake it down. It's all right.
Pimp daddy.
Yeah, that's good. You get enough of those guys spread out around Southern Cal. You're doing okay. Sean, until I find out one of my collection guys is skimming.
Yeah.
Then I got to get one of my enforcer guys to shake the guy up.
But then he's skimming that guy that's skimming you.
He skims that guy.
No, he starts his own company.
Oh, there you go.
He starts his own, and before you know it, we got a turf war. Because I said I got...
And people are getting killed and shot. What are you going to do?
I got the off-ramp off the 10. He's moving his men in there.
Just get rid of the guy selling the oranges.
Then I get syphilis and die in prison.
And the woman trying to sell her bucket of roses.
Yeah, we'll muscle her right off. Hey, Juanita, take a hike. Hate to see something happen to that nice 5-gallon bucket of yours, and then the guy goes nuts on it with a bat.
Speaking of Juanita,
yeah,
maybe we should break in Leanne to a little ranchero countdown.
Ace's Mexican ranchero accordion countdown.
What do you think?
This is a huge game. All right. Well, Leanne, as you know, very competitive.
Yeah, so I figured she'd like this.
Yeah, she's going to like this. As you know, Leanne, ranchero music.
She can't stand losing. The possibility of losing is already driving her insane.
Huge here.
I don't know what I'm up against.
Well, huge here. Well, I don't have the weight disadvantage on this one, sister, so look out. This big out here in Southern California, the ranchero music, accordion, is really the cornerstone of all good ranchero music.
All ranchero music.
Yeah,
good or otherwise.
Good or otherwise.
And then the term good, come on.
Okay.
It's relative.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting a good beating.
Yeah.
I don't know how good it is. Yeah. The point is we play a random ranchero song. It starts somewhere in the middle of the song. We don't know the song. We don't know when it starts. It's how long does it take before we hear an accordion? Drew.
First bet?
Why don't you get things started?
3 seconds.
3 seconds, Drew says. Now, we don't know anything that you don't know, although we are familiar with the genre of music. We don't know this song. So, Leanne, what is it? Do you have an idea?
4.
4 seconds.
Okay.
Bold. Now, I can either go medium or I can go high.
Yeah.
I'm going high.
All right.
I'm going 6.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
3, 4, and 6.
Takes a big man. A lot of guys, lesser man would have gone 5 seconds. Not me. I add a whole second.
I would have got 2.
I go with 6. All right, now Engineer Chris, who looks like he's a raccoon that's scurried onto the road, and an 18-wheeler's coming at him.
I'm getting it ready.
You cool, buddy? All right, you getting it ready, Drew?
Are you ready? Getting it ready is one thing. Are you ready?
He's not
Don't
ready.
play.
Who's got the stopwatch?
He's getting it ready.
We're watching. We got to watch here.
There you go. Okay.
Chris,
I'm ready now.
let me tell you that this may come up again, and possibly in tomorrow night's show as well. I know. It's been 35 straight shows now, so I'm just saying, you may want to have it poised. All right, buddy? That's the beauty of Loveline, really. Right?
Right there.
All right, so I'll give you the countdown so we
5,
land on a 0.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well.
Is that an accordion?
No.
Sounds like a flute or a recorder.
It's rhythm accordion.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. We got to hear that
Yeah,
again.
because it's on the opposite
That's
beat.
too complex.
We might have to rewind that. Send it back
It's
to
like something out of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs or something. What is this? This is like Swiss music.
No.
I like the tuba, too. The tuba's a good little touch.
This is ranchero music, Drew.
Wow.
Ranchero music ranges from A to like B, but not quite C. But it has a range. Whatever that space is between A and B, there's a little gap in there.
Oh, that is the full sound mix.
Yeah,
it goes from mariachi to
What? This is ranchero music, Drew. What?
You're right.
What have you been listening? What do you think this is?
This is a weird one with the whistles and the
it's
recorders.
It's a colorful one, but it's not any. Are you annoyed by it? Hold on a second.
It's random.
The tuba's great.
Tuba.
Yeah.
You normally hear a tuba in there.
Drew, what? This is ranchero.
Yeah, I know it is. It's just a very unusual ranchero.
Here's the proof. Do you want to kill yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's
But
ranchero.
normally you hear just loud, ranging, accordion arpeggios.
That's why you play the game.
Yeah, but this was accordion beat, bass playing.
It sounded like it was rhythm accordion.
Yeah.
It was.
All right.
On the opposite beat.
Now, do you want to try it? Do you want to
try it again?
You want to try
Yeah,
another
because we all
song?
lost. We were all over.
No, we couldn't hear when it began. I couldn't tell.
I'll get another track. Hold on.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Something more Mexican.
He has no idea what he's playing, by the way.
I know.
I know. That's the way the game is played. He can't know, or you could get to him.
You're right.
I don't want you to be able to get to him.
All right, I'm voting. I'm going instant this time.
Oh, you're going instant?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, you're changing?
Yeah.
I'll
All
do
right.
2.
Well, I'm going to have to change this now. Okay, you're going 2. I'm staying at 6.
All right.
That's how I am. All right. You ready, Chris?
Long intro.
Yeah? Chris, you got to say,
ready.
yeah. Okay, say no if you're not ready. Okay, buddy.
I'm working.
All right. You're working. That's the funniest thing you've ever said on the show, Chris. That's a good one, buddy. Yeah, that's going to be on the best of. All right, Chris is working. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Instant.
Immediate.
was instant.
Yeah.
This is ranchero.
Wow.
And the trumpets.
This is it.
All right.
This is more like it.
All right. Drew won that round. But don't worry, Leanne and I will be back. Can't put out that competitive fire. Go Cards, ranchero music later on.
She likes retribution too. She's coming back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No,
With a vengeance.
She's going to make you pay. Leanne Tweeden is here tonight on the cover of FHM magazine, and probably at least 8-9 pages inside, looking very
And a
glamorous.
ranchero fan.
We'll take us a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Loveline will be right back. So get your problems ready.
Loveline is brought to you by Playboy. The December issue of Playboy on newsstands now is loaded with the College Hoops preview and the annual music poll. You might not even notice the Denise Richards pictorial.
Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew. Board, blah, blah, blah. Leanne Tweeden is here tonight. Leanne is gracing the cover of this month's or next month's, but on the newsstands now. I'm assuming it's on the newsstands. I have one at work.
It is on the newsstands, yeah.
FHM looking very sultry, about to undo her bra.
Or putting it back on. That's all how you look at it.
It's very, very interesting.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure Adam can look at it that way.
But also, here's a way for you to look at it. Putting it back on more lurid than actually taking it off, because it means something went on about 10 minutes ago before they loaded the film in the
Good point.
camera.
Well
you know what
done.
I'm saying? You're just getting dressed. Yeah, you're in what we call the refractory period here. You better hope you're taking it off, sweetness. She is all over this thing, but a very nice, sexy, tasteful, but sexy. Nah, not even that tasteful. Just a sultry.
Hey.
Well, I don't mean that in a bad
It
way,
is.
but
It's very sexy. It is very sexy.
it
though.
is-
Probably
it
one
is-
of the sexiest ones I've done for them yet.
Yes, it is. It is sexy, very sexy. So,
You found it yet?
Where is it? Yeah.
yeah, there we go. There it is. I got that there. Did a little butt crack there, looking good. You got a little cheekaroo over there. Got that move. That's my move, by the way. Hold on. That's Drew. You know that's my move, where I do that thing where I sort of stand at a 45, not at a 90, but at a 45 to when you're in the door, like when we travel.
Yeah.
And I do that thing where I just hook my thumb over the side of my briefs and
Your
pull it down
jockstrap?
just to show
Yeah.
just show a little hip skin.
Oh, yeah. I've seen you do
That is my move.
I wonder what you meant by that, but I've seen you do it.
Well, whatever. Well, don't worry about what it means. Just worry about who originated it.
You're right. I got it from you.
Now,
Adam.
as long as the photographer said, let's do a Corolla, I'm cool with
I popped right into the pose. I knew exactly
You know
what he
what
was
it
talking
is?
about.
All right. Drew Drew has a couple poses named after himself as well. All right, so what is good? 9 pictures, very sexy. Going to, are you going to Iraq, did you say, during the break?
I am. I'm going again before Christmas. I leave, actually, on the, we're leaving on the 12th. Robin Williams, we're going to go again before Christmas with the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Myers. Yeah, so one of our actually highest up ranking military official in
Do you have to be in his plane? Don't you want to be in somebody else's
We flew
plane?
in Air Force 2 last year and went over there, which was kind of neat, you know, and it was sort of, a lot of fighting over there at the time we went. And, every day, I know you asked me where I was going, but every day it's sort of It changes, and some places are a little more hotbeds of resistance, and we divert our plan from there to here, and then at the last minute.
How do you actually get in? You fly into the spot?
Fly, yeah.
Like helicopters?
We actually were flying in C-130, so cargo planes. But, there's different tactics to fly in about, how to either come in spiraling down in a certain area where you're protected by a certain perimeter of our guys around a certain mileage, that we know we're protected inside, or you come in low and quiet. And I'm like, why low and quiet? I just think that they're ready with the RPGs to shoot us from the, the underbelly of the plane. But we did have to wear, flak vests and Kevlar helmets. And I mean,
it's sit on your helmet when you're in Huey.
Yeah, it's the real deal.
And you're going down. Will you be traveling with Robin Williams?
Yeah, last year we all traveled together. He's hilarious, and to see him and see the troops.
First 4 hours are hilarious when you're traveling. But
actually, while he's traveling, he's very quiet.
When jump out of the plane. Oh, really?
He's very kind. He's very. He's almost there. He's very introvert, and he's kind of quiet on the plane. He's very humble, and then people will start talking, and he'll hear bits and pieces of conversations, and then he'll just pipe up about something, and just sort of his mind. It must hurt his own head to be, have his mind in his head because his brain works so fast, and he'll just, reel off a joke that turns into a 5-minute story of a joke. I just don't even know how his brain thinks that fast, but he's really funny, and the troops loved him.
And what do you do for the troops?
I go out and talk. My dad was in the Air Force, and this will be my 6th trip, and it'll be my 3rd into Iraq itself since the war started.
Wow.
I've been to Afghanistan. I was in Afghanistan during Thanksgiving.
Drew, what have you done?
A couple of years ago.
You've done nothing.
Have you all ever gone over to visit the troops?
I would love to do it. I think they're great.
Drew, they don't need you over there.
I know, that's the problem.
They want to be bored. They'll stare at the desert.
They would love to see you guys. Are you kidding me? I think I have friends in the Air Force that just flew some of the guys in The Sopranos, and he just sent me a picture like 2 days ago. He just flew them.
I didn't want to say this in front of Drew, but I had some comedian buddies who went over there. Drew Carey and Jeff Ross went over there, and Drew
used to be a former Marine.
Your name did come up, and they said Jeff was out on stage, so we're going to put it to a vote. Do you want Dr. Drew to come out, or would you rather just stare into the desert? It was close. I'm not saying no. It's good. It was close.
Fair.
It was close.
Come on.
I said
they would love to have anybody over there to visit.
That's what Jeff assumed. That's why he thought it was safe to ask the question. But they did sort of come down on stare into the desert.
Yeah,
Adam, would you go?
Can't blame him.
I would go.
Seriously?
Right.
I mean, you say you would, but then when it comes time to, a lot of people don't have the balls to go. And I hate to say that, but it is a scary thing, and some people just bail out.
Well, I don't. I
mean, are you all talk, or can I pass your name over to the USO and they'll contact you, and you'll be like,
calling you out,
I'm busy.
I'll go over there. I don't have any
It's
problem
scary.
with that. I don't know what they want me to do about it.
I have to what?
Talk to my wife about it. See how she feels about it.
Talk to your wife about it.
Be talked to, whatever.
You act like there's an exchange. It's like
I get her opinion.
Prisoner going, I got caught trying to escape. I'm going to talk to the warden about it, see how many days. No, you'll sit there and I'll give you 30 days in a hole.
Maybe
That's how it's going to work.
You got another question, weirdo?
Bring it up.
Hurry up.
Hurry up.
That's what it's like.
Right now. Push, you nasty thing.
That's Drew's wife.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes. It's both his wives. Well, it's a I think it's a clear representation.
It's our buddies from that TV
He's
show.
so hot.
What was that TV show called?
Yeah, it was called like Drill Sergeant or something. Boot camp. All right. No, I have no problem going over there. Although, unlike most showbiz folks, I have a job, whether it's writing at Kimmel or doing this show, that's actually like having a regular job,
right.
which I realize
it's hard to have holes in your career. I can't take
a week off and go do something, but if we plan it out in advance, I'll go. And let me tell you something, I may come back with a few kills, too. I don't go over there to do a song and dance. I got to get in the field. You know
Sniper
what I mean?
Corolla?
Yeah, I might take a few people down with me. Own men, but, John?
Hello?
John, 21?
What's up, John?
You're John.
Yeah, all right. I'm a big fan of you guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Usually means they're using a fake name.
Drew.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's more for Dr. Drew since he's a doctor. Doc, I'm pretty young, I think, right? So I think I have erectile dysfunction.
At 21.
Yeah, I'm 20. Like recently turned 21, man. Like
well, that's different because if you're like a 21 and 4 or 5 months, it's no big deal. Yeah, you got to get on the Viagra. But
Adam's got a point.
If you're new 21,
John, you want any medication? Can I talk to him?
He's giving me a headache.
Yeah, John, you want any medication right now?
No.
No medicine.
No, not at all. I let's say, I'll paint the scene. I'm hooking up with a girl.
No, don't paint the scene for me. Let me ask some questions.
All right, never mind.
Yeah. Do you have any medical problems?
No.
Have you ever had this problem before?
Yeah, for a few months. I'd say about a year ago.
Okay, and no medical problems, no drugs and alcohol, no medication. Is that accurate?
No, I do drink alcohol on occasion, not excessively.
Not heavily.
No. Well, hold on a second. You can't kill a 21-year-old boner with a keg of Everclear.
No, and I smoke some weed too.
Yeah, no.
How often do you smoke weed?
Yeah, how often?
How often?
Every 2 weeks or something.
All right, that probably wouldn't do it either. No. How about these situations where you're having sex? Are they very anxiety-provoking? Yeah. Nervous?
That's what I'm trying to think about. I don't know.
Well, you sound like you're wound tight.
Yeah, you sound a little nervous.
I mean, maybe you're nervous for being on the radio. What's that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm putting him on hold for a second because he talks at the same time we talk. You know what he's like? He's like one of those novelty bass things that yap on the wall. Like you got when you
walk by and they start.
You hear a noise and they start. You know that there's a horrible thing that happens to people, which is when they get nervous, they do the worst possible thing.
Yes.
Like the best thing you could do when you're nervous is to just reel it in, quiet down,
and listen.
Let the expert do the talking. No one's going to get you into trouble. You're not going to get into trouble that way. But your impulse is to talk over, and then it's on top of, and then you get more nervous. He's probably doing the same version of this in the sack. He's anxious.
That's right. He's anxious, and that works against male and female sexual functioning.
He needs to find one woman and really sort of
hone his craft.
Yeah, go through all the compulsory stuff, learn the scales, start getting into the more experimental stuff, but really get comfortable.
Double axles, the sow cows.
Find his
triple
find his groove.
Sluts.
Yeah,
double lutz.
Hey, John.
Toe loops.
Yeah.
You need to find yourself. I agree with Drew. A sow or a cow, and really get busy. Nice big chick. You can really get busy on. She's not going to do any damage to. It's not going to leave you if you have a bad outing. You get hooked up with a hot chick like Leanne. You have a bad outing. She gives the hook. You know what I mean?
He'd be anxious that he could have that outing.
She's like a manager, seventh inning of the World Series. Guy starts throwing a couple wild pitches up, right to the bullpen. But you get yourself a big gal who's got a crappy job. She'll hang with you for a while. Meanwhile, you get to work it out. What's that?
That's the thing, man. Chicks are pretty understanding, actually. This usually is not a problem, but, I had this problem, for a few months about a year ago, and now it's kind of back.
How did you get over it then?
I don't know. It just kind of happened. Maybe
okay. Do you have a girlfriend?
Maybe I was more into the girl. Yeah, it was. I was with this girl, and then I.
All right. Well, work on that again, John.
Find a girl you're into, and work it out.
It's tough when life just happens to you and everything's bewildering.
You're like a native. Well, you can go kill a goat or something, and hopefully rid yourself of this penis curse.
Yeah. Give a burnt offering.
That's an interesting analogy you just said, though. It's very.
The goat?
Thought-provoking. No, just how some people, how life just happens to everybody, and they're just the victims, and,
And he's not even a victim. He's just sort of primitive man. He just sort of can't...
I can't figure it out.
Can't figure out life. Yeah. Life just happens.
There's two things. I think people get into two modes. They're both extremes, and neither one of them are correct, which is... People get sick and label it food poisoning almost every time.
Right.
That's the new one, and they'll do that thing where they go, I had the lobster bisque. So they become these doctors, except for it's sort of they're diagnosing, whatever. You got the flu, fine. Everybody has this, or they do that there must have been some dairy in there. I will react. There's a little chicken broth in there. That's what happened because I'm a vegetarian and my stomach. And then the problem is they got a bunch of idiots around them. That's why everyone hates me, by the way, at home, because I'm the one who's going, I actually said the other day, you're lucky Dr. Drew's not here because he'd not go for any of this nonsense you guys are talking about, because it's that same conversation. Like, there must have been some chicken broth in the thing. And everyone's just nodding. Well, no, if your stomach's not used to protein, People with
must be the toxins.
Eight of them together don't. Yeah, no, there's 8 of them. They don't have a GED between the 8 of them.
But they're expert. They have a body. It's their body.
And I'm sitting there going, I think maybe just had the flu. Oh, okay. Now that. So people are in between either that mode or they're, why is something bad happened to me? I'm not going to explore it at all. Either they're exploring it in this weird wrong direction, or it just is.
Yeah,
it's just happening.
It's just happening. Yeah, it's really, that's where the concept. It's sort of a delusional process. Is that primitive man used to think that thoughts were delivered into their head,
right?
And things were delivered into their body. Things happened to them from the heavens, from the gods, whatever.
Well, that's how a lot of our reasoning for a lot of things in human life have come down from back then when we didn't know any better.
Forget about back then.
Yes, no, that's what I'm saying. It hasn't changed much.
Billy Graham just filled the Rose Bowl
4 days.
For 4 days.
I had to deal with that 4 days. Lived right by the Rose Bowl.
Oh, well, at least they should be. Look, they're polite drivers, all right. I mean, it's it
was a strange crowd. They were all in the big mobile homes and stuff. No, I live right by the Rose Bowl.
Should have went.
And I was at a gas station. I was asked by 4 people, by themselves, single people, dressed like sort of Auntie M, but 28 years old.
Yeah, conservative, like 28-year-old fat chicks wearing shawls and lace-up shoes, right? And they wanted to know
where's the Rose Bowl? How do I get there? Couldn't follow the signs.
Right,
and when you're within a 20-mile radius of the Pasadena Rose Bowl,
it's everywhere.
It's on every corner, in every sign, and every arrow.
They came off the freeway to go to a gas station.
Let me defend them by saying they follow signs, not signs. You see what I'm saying? They're so busy speaking to a higher power, and they have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ that they couldn't possibly look at road signs while they're driving, and. So they filled the Rose Bowl over by Drew's house for 4 straight days. Yeah. Well, he may not be he may not be preaching too much longer. I think that's kind of deal. Yeah. All right. Where are we, Drew? Phone call?
Yeah.
Got to take a break. Hasn't had a period in 2 years. I don't want to talk to that dude. Who do we got over here? This guy? This girl? Mardell? What you do? Came same day. Started using a NuvaRing. Recently began losing erections. Now, husband left her and took the kids to Utah. She's crushed. Hold on a second. Let me talk to her for just a second. Corey?
Are you a Mormon?
Yeah, used to be.
Drew's 100% on that. I should say Anderson is. Corey, you're 24. Your husband left and took the kids to Utah?
Well, yeah. He got out of the Army and decided he had to get back to Utah and left me in Virginia.
Mm-hmm. Did he kidnap the kids?
No, he took them with him and just wouldn't listen to a single thing I had to say.
Well, that's kind of kidnapping,
right, Corey?
Yeah, I guess so.
Why didn't you go after them?
I did. I am in Utah now.
And you're living with, you're all together again?
Yeah, we're all together again.
I'll be watching you.
I'm still with him.
All right. Well, it's all worked out.
Let me think about this a little differently.
Hold on. Your husband moved to Utah.
Yeah, everybody, he moved the family to Utah.
You drove in a separate car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he got out of the Army and...
Hold on a second, Drew. During the break, I'm going to abandon you to flee to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to follow, it's your prerogative. Okay?
How dare you?
But
I'm crushed.
I'm going to the bathroom.
But then you're going to flee back to the studio. And
I always go to the bathroom, too, so I guess I'll be following.
You just have to look. I prefer to look at his fleeing instead of going. Corey?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you guys are together.
Uh-huh.
And then the question is?
Divorce seems to be the easy way out and not the best way for the kids. But on Wednesday we'll have been married for 5 years. And right now, I mean, everything that could possibly be bad that could happen has happened.
You a Mormon?
I was up until about the time I was 17.
All right, Drew, please.
He doesn't have other wives or whatever, does he?
No.
No multiple wives. All right, hold on a second, Corey. I don't know what the whatever could possibly happen as bad as already happened. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. I can promise you that. Drew, please quit asking if she's Mormon. Just not everyone who moves flees to Utah. It's Mormon.
Anderson?
Understand that, please.
Anderson?
Leanne Tweeden is here tonight on the cover of FHM magazine. Also can be found on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. We'll take ourselves a quick break. Be right back after this.
If you need help,
call Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191.
94.7
Alternative Portland.
Everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Leanne Tweeden is here tonight. She's on the cover of FHM magazine, looking fantabulous. She's the one who's either taking off her bra or putting on her bra. And then
the headline at the left of Leanne's head. Should you dump her?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well,
look at the top line.
Yeah.
Santa's bulging sack.
Yeah.
Magazines, I guess people get paid to write those little headers,
Does anyone read the magazine to figure out whether they should dump somebody or use anything from the magazine?
Women readers.
Women readers?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they read
I like
this.
the jokes.
They have some good jokes, and they have some good advertisements in the back. Like they have a weird sex wedge pillow thing. I got to show you, that's a class move when you have a dedicated. I'll do my humping on the couch or the coffee table when you have a dedicated piece of sex furniture. One of those rattan spinning chairs.
Actually,
or the weird.
You call the 800 number for.
Yeah. I mean, you get it's a sort of Star 80s thing where you actually whip up your own sort of gynecological stirrups and all that stuff. It's super extra creepy, by the way. And, once in a while you see the dog licking it or some kid sits on it or something. It's a disaster.
And you're cringing.
Yeah. Let me show you. Let me show you the sex wedge. And by the way, like there's no other way to... like man has been looking for a way to nail a chick in a doggy position for millions of years. And now, thanks to this technological breakthrough known as a futon pillow, we can now enter from behind, Drew. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wait, the thing. I haven't even seen that.
What do you mean? That's you, isn't it? You're not posing on that? All right. Leanne Tweeden in here tonight. Yeah, look on page 86. You'll see her posing in the... Corolla position. It's the prone position. All right, you ready, Drew?
Here we go.
You ready to rock?
Let's finish with Corey.
Yeah.
Finish with Corey. Corey is 24, in Virginia, moved to Utah. Husband fled to Utah, took the two kids. Now it looks like divorce.
But
why? What has he done to you? Has he cheated on you?
Not that I am 100% sure of.
Was he in the war?
No, the reason he didn't re-enlist is because he was guaranteed to go to Iraq, and so he got...
Is it just that you really didn't want to leave and he insisted on leaving, and that's the source of conflict in your relationship?
Well, I had 6 weeks left of school.
In Virginia?
Yeah, I had to finish
And you couldn't...
college.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I stayed and finished.
Good for you.
I don't understand the problem.
Right, why are you so mad at him?
Drew, please.
Well, he left me out there with 6 weeks left. He couldn't stay with me for 6 weeks. He left me with an illegal car, no place to live, no money, and he took the kids. Mm-hmm. And he told me he was coming back to Utah to get a job and to get a place to live so that everything would be set when I got here. 7 weeks later, when I finally got here, he still didn't have a job, and we just barely moved into a place.
All right, so how long have you been married to this guy?
It'll be 5 years on Wednesday.
Has he been an irresponsible a-hole most of his life?
Has he been in the service since you've been married to him?
No, we got married before he joined the Army.
So he's never had a job other than service?
He's actually had a job. He can maintain a job for a long time. He just...
Lazy and getting one?
Hold on.
He's in his mid-20s.
How old is he? Yeah. He spent 4 years in the service. You guys have been married, not even married for 5. That means he had 1 year civilian life before
Where's
he
the
enlisted.
long-term job he maintained?
He maintained that he didn't get out of the Army like all of his friends did. A lot of his friends were chaptered out for smoking weed and stuff, and so...
by the way... You not being drummed out of the service isn't
not
a
maintaining
rich
a job.
history of employment.
Oh, my God. Corey.
Yeah.
Corey's, and by the way, again, 2 kids.
But Corey is another candidate for a burnt offering.
Yes.
Things are just happening to her, and she can't make sense of them. Isn't thinking them through.
I mean, I understand. I'd feel a little bummed if
bewildered,
my husband
angry,
kind of left me and I
Sure,
had 6 weeks left of school and he left her with nothing, no home.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and the guy
that's a little strange.
And the guy doesn't get a job.
This is all her version, by the way. I'm
True.
sure he's not a great guy, believe me, and I'm sure he doesn't have any money. And also, by the way, taking the kids probably the right thing to do, and not leaving you with the kids and no
no
roof
home
over the
and,
kids' heads.
and having to go to school.
Who did you stay? Where did you stay during those 6 weeks?
Well, I slept in the car for 2 nights, and then I found a girl through a friend at school who needed a roommate, and she was the nicest person I've ever met in my life.
Are you Mormon?
Yeah, the roommate was. Yeah.
Maybe a little lesbian relationship with
So you're from Utah and you went to Virginia to go to college?
No, we went
No.
to Virginia because he joined the Army.
You don't go to
and I
Virginia to
went
go to
school
junior
there.
college. All right, listen, Corey, what has he done? You said he's done everything bad that he could do. He hasn't cheated.
No,
he hit
he
you?
hasn't done everything bad. My whole world has collapsed.
Yeah, I know, but let's be honest. It wasn't much of a world. I mean, you were living in Virginia in a crappy apartment going to junior college. It wasn't much of a world.
He was in the military.
Now he's out of the military.
He's gotta find a job.
You got your kids. He's going to find a job. You're living in Utah. The air's fresh. Land is cheap. What's up?
Well, the air's not quite so fresh.
All right, but listen, nutjob, can you do me a favor and stop crapping out the kids? Please?
Done.
Please.
100%.
Please.
How about
Please.
trying to form a family?
And
Try.
secondly, we've been talking to you for what feels like an hour and a half, and you've not said anything that the guy's done other than he's not the world's most sensitive guy, but what's going on? Why do you got to get divorced? I don't understand.
Are you a Mormon?
No. He's got his umbilical cord tied around his neck. All
right, listen, just get divorced. Just get divorced.
No, don't.
Umbilical. Just get
What does that mean,
do
umbilical
something.
cord tied around
She's an idiot. Just stop cranking out the kids, please. All you nut jobs, just go ahead and be nuts. I'm sorry for what happened to you when you were young. I'm sorry about the molestation and the wholesale abuse. Stop cranking out the kids and then go lead your nutty life. I can't talk to her anymore. I don't know what's going on. Please. Leanne Tweeden here tonight. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
Okay, so I know there's nothing wrong with me. So what's up?
So I was like you, and I used to think that these Datelines were totally cheesy.
Why can't I meet anybody?
But I tried everything else and thought, what the hell? So I called the Dateline and actually met a cool guy.
I called the Dateline and I hooked up with some cool people.
Believe it or not, other normal people are out there looking too.
877-889-DATE.
Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back.
This hour brought to you in part by Axe. Experience the Axe effect.
Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Leanne Tweeden is here tonight on the cover of FHM. Looking very good. Putting her bra back together. And a lot of guys, a lot of what I like to call sploozers out front.
Oh, they're still out there?
Well, they were out there getting her to sign the magazine. Yeah. If you want fans, get yourself on the cover of a gentleman's magazine. Because you will be signing those things. I'm not sure how the math works. I do know you could win the Nobel Peace Prize. You would not get anyone asking to sign anything.
They're not so recognizable, I think.
Well, even if you're a female celebrity or male celebrity, we've had plenty of big, rock star types in here. No one wants them to sign anything. But if you're a woman who has made it to the cover of one of the magazines,
men's magazines,
there's a line of guys who need you to sign it, and I'm not sure there's a market for it or something. I'm not sure how it works.
I don't know.
Do you have any
What do you think
insight?
about that?
Well, these guys are, most of them own like magazine shops and things, and,
Yeah.
they sell these
Sure,
things. So
they
there's a
do.
market
There
for
are
it.
a lot of like autograph hounds,
Yeah.
but what about the people that just want you to sign something? Don't you think that's just is it to be?
I don't know what
I
that
met
is.
Leanne.
Yeah.
It was personal moment. She signed my magazine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like
I don't know, but men aren't that interested in all that. You know what I mean? That doesn't fit.
What about your buddy Mark, who comes in there and bugs every hot chick that comes into the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Is
yeah.
that who greeted me in the parking lot? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
kidding.
You would have known. He was in the bushes masturbating.
No.
You didn't see him. Believe
Oh.
me. Blending right in.
I
Yeah.
guess that, but it's sort of,
was a
it is.
sniper in Vietnam.
Guys use that to sort of get distinction
No,
against
these
with other guys.
These guys do this
It's a
for a
collection
business.
thing, yeah.
Right.
No, there's a business
Yes,
about
there
this.
is.
It's the same guys every time.
Yeah.
I understand beautiful women always sells more product than fat guys, but it's weird. There's something.
But I
there's
think some
something that
guys
just
get a
draws
sort of
them out.
a thing out of having met and having some proof of the meeting.
Yes.
With some of these women, like their
I agree.
stature.
Or a photo,
No,
or
no.
I think, you know.
Sure, they sell it.
No, I know those guys, but you're asking Mark and
No,
the other guys.
No, those are your nutball friends. But yeah, I'm talking about the guys who wait out front of this studio.
yeah, they sell. They own, a lot of them own magazine shops.
Sploozer. What is
And
Sploozer
eBay
again,
and
Drew?
Spaz meets loser.
That's right. Part spaz. It's hard to tell. More spaz or than loser?
More
It's
spaz.
about fit.
More spaz.
I think a sploozer's pretty good. All right, anyway. It's always great when I have to leave and they have to remind me that I call them sploozers. Fantastic. All right, big fans, though. Well, Drew, you know what, Drew?
Yeah.
Let's take a call, and then I got a question.
No, let's bring up
for
something
you.
organic.
I got a question for you. Samantha,
Yes.
you're 23?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I had a physical exam, and they ran a lot of tests, and one of them was a herpes test, and I was expecting to have herpes type 1 because I get cold sores a lot, but she told me I was negative for herpes type 1, and I had herpes type 2, and for some reason, my outbreaks are only in my mouth currently, but I want to know if I'm, like, prone at any moment to suddenly break out in genital
No,
herpes.
here's the deal. First of all, I think the blood tests of herpes are relatively worthless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're not pretty good. Secondly, the type of herpes you get is irrelevant. You can get 2 on your mouth, you can get 1 on your genitalia.
Mm-hmm.
That distinction between 1 being mouth and 2 being genitalia is simply not true.
Yeah, who made that up?
That at one time, that's sort of predominantly what was going around, but
What's
then
the
people
difference
started.
What's the difference between 1 and 2?
2 is a little more intense. It's a little more severe kind of infection. It's associated.
But don't they say herpes do not go away? You never get rid of them?
Never get
you
rid
can
of them.
suppress them, but they're
Right,
always in your system?
But all types, whether it's 1 or 2. It
Right.
just 2 is a little more intense, particularly the initial outbreak. I remember there was a national board question when I was a resident that had it that there was about a 20% incidence of meningitis in the initial outbreak of genital herpes type 2.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get that in your mouth just as readily as on your genitalia. And people put their mouths in interesting places, and that's how you get it.
Mm-hmm.
There you
so
go.
did she get herpes from having sex?
Samantha?
That's only she'll tell us that.
No, I'm not sure how I got it. I've had cold sores for a long time. I've only had one partner. We're now married. He's only had me. He doesn't have it. He's
going
been
on
tested
over there?
too, so I don't know.
He doesn't have it at all?
He has herpes type 1, so I guess.
The test, don't forget about those tests. You
Yeah.
really
He
don't know
does
what
have
you
herpes, and you have herpes
Yeah,
too, because
you
you
both
could have
have
gotten it from
something.
him.
Yeah.
Or
So would
him
it-
from you.
Wow.
Be better if, like, next time I have a cold sore to have them check
Culture
the
it?
actual sore out.
What
If you
about
want to
that?
culture it, yeah, you can, but who cares?
Yeah,
Samantha, what's
it's
the big
academic.
deal?
You're
You're married, who cares?
Covered with herpes. God willing, your kids will have herpes. It'll be fantastic.
Well, if they both have their first-time partners for each other, then how does herpes?
Herpes 1 is just the environment. Pretty much everybody gets that
Okay.
on their mouth anyway. It's very, very common. And you can get that transmitted if you have an outbreak and have oral sex and be transmitted to your genitalia pretty easily.
Right.
Samantha.
Yes.
You're fine, baby doll. You're calling from Simi Valley. What's your
The craziness about herpes, people freak out about the labels.
Right.
You know, and here's a situation where it makes no difference to them
Right.
from a health standpoint.
It's already, yeah.
What's your old man do? Is he a cop, fireman? What's he do?
No, he works for Countrywide.
Countrywide.
Yeah, they do my mortgage.
They make a great
Mine too.
lemonade.
Oh, they see?
All right.
Dr. Drew Mine's mortgage.
Samantha?
And Adam's Lemonade.
Let me tell you how rich I am. I don't know who does my mortgages.
You're literally a millionaire.
Literally.
Yes, nobody. How does it
Literally.
feel?
Literally. Where's my top
Okay,
hat,
Thurston
Chris?
Howell.
Where's is my top hat and cane here?
No.
Okay.
Why do you look to him for that?
I don't even think you have one, Adam.
How dare you? I have one and I scrunch it every once in a while and then
Pops
pop
up.
it up before I do a big number. Drew, let's talk NuvaRing for just a moment.
How organic that you should bring that up.
Yeah.
Adam.
I've been doing some reading on it. I've heard talk, but I know there's a lot of controversy. Maybe you could sort of clear the NuvaRing fog.
Right. We had a NuvaRing. What is the controversy? Is this contraceptive ring that gets inserted into the vagina, and it stays there for about 3 weeks, and you take it out, then you bleed, and you put it back in for 3 weeks. The question that somebody had fell off the line wanted to ask whether or not if they had sex during that first week, if they were adequately covered for contraception.
The first week of the NuvaRing.
After you put it in, you are actually not covered for that first week, the very first time you put it in.
What about if she was on the pill before then and then switched to that type of contraceptive?
It's an interesting question. It takes about 7 days for the hormone to kind of reach a peak level.
Okay, so it'd be basically like almost she wasn't taking anything for 7 days.
Almost.
So just don't risk it. Wear a condom.
Yeah, wear a condom.
Abstain.
Wear a condom. No, don't abstain. Wear a condom the first day. How dare you?
Hey! I like you, Dr. Drew.
Oh, passionate man. Passionate man.
And
passionate. Go ahead.
Say it again.
Passion.
Thank you.
Hey, don't look at him like that. You kind of got that sparkle in your eye.
No,
it scared me for
it gets weird. It gets weird in the bathroom.
I can recognize passion. I just can't contain it. That's the problem. His passion is like a bear that gets loose in a campsite. There's really only one way to stop it, and that's the Ranger's gun. It's a high-powered rifle.
Those
darts.
hypodermic
Darts.
Come on, those 6 hunters just got killed in the woods today, and you're talking about that.
That was bad.
In Wisconsin.
The bear?
Nobody misses more news
stories.
A deer
hunter guy shot the rest of these hunters because he was in their tree stand. Yeah, it was crazy.
Nobody misses more news stories than Dr. Drew, by the way.
No, you should catch...
And he's online all the time. I'm surprised he doesn't even see the...
No.
I read the Yahoo headlines.
Please.
Yeah.
Drew, do I have to just go back 3 or 4 days to the couple of big ones that you missed?
I missed. But let me finish the NuvaRing thing. Hey, let me just say one thing. There's a great question with that, which is, should that person, the caller that dropped off the line, had sex in that first week? And so the question is, should she use emergency contraceptive? Which is an interesting question. And I would say yes. The first week, the first application of the NuvaRing, if you have an unintended event, I would use them.
You should eat the NuvaRing?
No, I would eat the Plan B.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I could watch? I could watch a show, an hour-long show, maybe put on Fox Sports West. It's animals being drugged right before they hit the ground. You know when the polar bear gets hit with the dart, and it's sort of, first it's surly. First few minutes, it's just as good as it ever was. Right. And then that part
where it gets pissed
off, and then it gets a little dopey, and then at a certain point just starts to falls over. I could just watch endless cuts of that. You go through the bear family, go through the moose family. The bigger the animal, the better.
The tigers and the lions.
Yeah, I just need that one part. Oh, you know what's a nice one? Rhino. Rhino. It's snorting, it's doing its thing, and it's that part where you see inside, and it just tips over.
You need like a machine gun just to get the dart to penetrate its skin.
Yeah. They're awesome. Yeah, I would watch and you I wouldn't need any narration or anything. Just put some music behind it.
Background music.
It's called Animals Being Drugged. And it's also nice when they wake up, too. That's the other one, too.
Well, they have all kinds of weird reactions.
People scatter. Yeah.
And their tongue's always hanging out, and they're trying to keep their tongue from like swallowing their own tongue, and then as they're coming to, their eyes
they're kicking and bucking, and they're just shaking and seizing.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Come on. Come on. If anyone's listening, let's get that going.
David Allen Greer.
Oh, what? Who?
David Allen Greer.
He could host, or we drug him?
Yeah. Shoot him.
I love David Allen Greer.
No, he's a good guy, but it'd be funny to see him get darted and see him come back. All right, where are we going here, Drew?
Adam.
Really?
22.
No. What about Germany or Florida?
All right. You've decided that's where we're going. That's where we're going.
Anthony, well, don't give me serious. We haven't played Germany or Florida yet. We have to play it twice a night. It's already in the second hour. Anthony?
Yeah.
Leanne's a very competitive
You're
woman.
right. She needs to come back. Yeah.
Anthony?
Yeah.
All right. You have the story for us?
Yes.
We hear the bizarre story, Leanne, and then we decide. Is it Germany or Florida? Go ahead, Anthony.
Things are sick and twisted.
This is our theme song.
And Nazis, sex, meth, and death fetishes. Both of them have got these. Guaranteed not to bore you. Germany or Florida.
Go right ahead.
You hear how he cracks his own crap up by the end of that song?
That could have been me.
No, he's sort of smiling by the end of the song in both versions.
When you got it, Drew.
He's got it. That kid's got it.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Okay. It appeared that a mystery attacker may have had some sort of foot fetish when he stopped a woman on the street to sniff her shoe and lick her foot. The woman claims she was walking around in the town square when a man grabbed her leg, fell to the ground, and began sniffing her shoe. The publicity surrounding this latest attack reportedly encouraged another victim to come forward.
All right, stop. Say no more. Say no more. I got it.
No,
Where is he reading these from?
Don't say anything.
All right.
But you know what I
Oh.
said? We need to write them down.
Okay.
That's it. That's what we need to do.
Give me a pen.
All right, Drew, you want me to write your answer for you?
Yes, go ahead.
All right.
Because we're going to have the same answer.
What am I writing?
Germany or Florida?
Is it Germany or Florida?
Weird things happen. Weird stories emerge only from Germany and Florida, or predominantly Germany and
That's
Florida.
right, Drew. Don't let me look. All right. We got our answers. All right. Now, should we have him give the answer and then we'll turn ours over? Why don't we do that?
All right, we'll
That'd
have
be
it done
more,
that way.
more
All right.
exciting that way. I know good radio, and this isn't it.
Build it up, Adam.
Anthony,
Yeah.
later on I may back sell a song or
Back to those
something.
passion issues.
Anthony, give us the answer. Germany or Florida?
It's Germany.
Germany, yeah. I got
Bam.
Germany.
All three of us.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Anthony.
There's some weird sexual people in Germany.
Yeah,
Ooh,
now
boy.
see, there you go. There's a difference.
And there's something
between
about them
Germany or
actually,
Florida.
that idea of him actually getting down in the public,
Not caring and just doing
in the
that.
public square, getting on the ground and looking afoot.
But don't you think that's part of his fetish?
Yes.
Doing it
No,
in,
I'm-
you know, it's not only
I'm
that he
just
has a
saying,
foot fetish, but he wants to
absolutely.
do it in a public
But that
place
was the
with people
distinctly
watching.
Germanic feel to it.
Yeah.
It was the Nazi
Sure.
feminazi with the heel, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Drew, can we get past the little hiccup known as the Holocaust already?
No.
Please, it's been a few years now.
Come on, relax.
Let's just move on.
Hey, there's some
All right,
people out
you're
there that don't believe it even happened. So
Yeah.
come on.
Anybody can mess up once or twice. So let's keep going. All right?
Yeah.
Come on. Or should we bomb them again? I'd be for bombing them one more time. Let's hop back to the phones. And, wow, everyone took Germany there. Very nice. Talk to Adam, who's 22. Adam,
Yeah.
what's up?
I want to know, how does it feel to be in the presence of a real waffle crapper right now?
Yeah, that is
How
Leanne
did we
Tweeden,
know that was
everyone.
going to come up, Dr. Drew?
I warned Leanna that that was a term she would hear tonight, undoubtedly.
We had an interesting discussion last night. I think we were talking about hot chicks, and
You were here's what happened.
Here's what happened.
Adam, we were talking about, a woman called and said that her boyfriend lost erection in a certain position. Adam goes, "Oh, it's doggy. And I, why doggy? He gets a whiff of ass." Right?
Well,
That's what you said. And I said, look, that doesn't make sense to me, because if she were really hot, he'd get right through that.
Right.
And then you went on to say, well, look, if it was Claudia Schiffer, you'd have her crap on your waffle in breakfast time.
That's
something,
true.
something,
Nobody. Drew, what do you do for a living? What goes
something
on?
of that. I don't remember how you transitioned from.
You know what, Drew? You were going good with that story too,
Yeah,
and then you
all right,
got
well,
it in
here's-
your head.
here's
You
what
heard
happened.
your own voice,
All right.
and you
Well,
lost. you
actually, I was
stumbled.
looking at you, kind of close your eyes and pull
No,
back.
you know why? Because I said, Drew, finish.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
not.
Here's the
gonna
deal.
Finish
The
this.
fact is, though.
I know you wait for me to finish, but I'm not doing it.
Here's the deal.
every time.
So then the next call was a woman who was sort of whiny, and Adam said, "You're a hot girl. I know you're a hot chick." And I said, "Well, certainly somebody should have called you a waffle crapper at one time in your life."
Right.
That was where the term stuck.
Right. All right. Now I could. Go
I don't
back-
like that word.
I could go back and fix that story, but I don't have the energy. But it just means hot chick.
Yeah.
We've decided. It was funny last night.
Right.
Well, thank you.
It happened.
I guess.
Yeah. It was organic. Adam.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm torn between
Go back.
going
Come
back
on.
and
I want to hear. I
fixing
can't
it, or-
fix because I can't remember the piece that went from where you.
It's just basically if a chick is hot, she could crap
could
on
even
your
crap on your
waffle
waffle,
in
yeah.
the morning,
Right.
and you'd be begging for more.
Right.
And there's nothing grotesque. It's hard to be
Nothing she
grossed
could
out
do.
by a super hot chick.
Right.
Whereas when they're not, it's much easier to be grossed out by.
America's next waffle crapper.
Yeah. That was
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett in last night. Anyway, but believe me, you're in rarefied waffle crapping ass. We don't have many on this show. Yes, Drew?
Yes, Adam.
All right. Adam?
Rarefied.
Will wasn't a crapper.
It was a nice looking gent, but I don't know if guys can even qualify.
No. Oh no.
Oh, ew.
Oh no.
Adam, what
The repulsed
about
look.
4 other guys? I mean, like, what if you're gay? Would Mark Anthony be a waffle crapper? And by the way,
Him?
Because guys, that's the whole
thank
point.
you.
That's the whole point.
Let me
Because
just
guys
say
can
something.
get through anything.
Let me say something. Let me just tell everyone, Pat O'Brien specifically, just because you're skinny and you're Mexican, you can sing, doesn't make you a heartthrob.
Thank you.
There's some Latin crooner, heartthrob. Mark Anthony reminds me of like a Mexican Skeletor.
He kind of looks like a little rat or something. Yeah, no. I mean, I agree with you. I personally, I do not find him attractive.
And that song, that hit of his, blows
Skeletor?
such colossal ass. Well, first off, does he have a hit? What? I got to figure out something. He's never coming on the show. I say what I want. But how does some people get to be like international superstars and international heartthrobs? And, this guy. Like, look, Enrique Iglesias, I get it. He's nice looking. Although I'm not sure about the singing part. But he's a great-looking guy.
He's got a package. I mean, it's all together.
It's all there. He's got a beautiful basket. Got a beautiful package, whatever you want to call it. He's got a lovely load in his pants. I agree. Real waffle crapping material. I agree with Leanne. I don't stare at the groin like Leanne, but I understand.
No, I meant package like, he's not a great singer, but he's a good-looking guy. He dresses right. He does the right videos. He's got the girlfriend. I mean, you know what I mean? It's the whole package.
He's looking at the package, yes.
Mark Anthony, I don't understand that part, but he gets hottie after hottie and celebrity after celebrity. And
what's a Skeletor?
Little guy. Well, you're right. His kind of facial...
Don't you remember the cartoon?
No.
He-Man used to fight Skeletor?
No. He kind of has the skeleton that kind of has protrude.
Just if I say something, assume other people know it. Even Chris knows Skeletor.
Yeah.
Chris.
You do?
He-Man, yeah.
Look it up. I want to see Skeletor.
He-Man
Chris, look it up,
and
please.
the power of the universe or whatever.
Do you realize that you two know the exact opposite things?
Yes.
Whatever Chris knows, you don't know, and vice versa?
Yes.
Although luckily it's
an
not that much.
interesting cultural thing, don't you think?
It's interesting unless you're sitting in between in the chasm of tards.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
What? Huh?
All right. Let's. Where are we?
Talking to Melissa.
What is the name of that song of his that blows so much ass, by the way, Mark Anthony? God, does that song blow? And, okay. Chris, find out.
After Skeletor.
Mark Anthony's song. It's a slow song. There's even talk that...
whatever. I'm not a singer, but that's the one
You're
song.
You're better than he is. I need to know. I need to know. Yes. Girl. God, does that song blow ass? God, does that
and
song
you probably
suck.
hate it so much because you're probably singing it in your shower when you just least expect it.
No, that song sucks. God, does that song suck. It blew so badly. Oh, my God. How much coke is being fed to the program directors? Well, him too. But how much coke is there going to these idiots that they got to play this garbage and poison everyone's mind? God, did that song blow ass. Drew, it's unfortunate you don't know the song. All right, I'm done. Drew, what is it? How does it work? What don't you know? What do you know? Skeletor?
Do you know he's married to J-Lo now?
Oh, good.
Oh, he's that one.
Good. He's a hot Latin heartthrob. He's a heartthrob. Okay. Do you get to be like an international recording superstar and have one crappy song?
Yeah, but I think the rest of his hits internationally are all in Espanol.
I'm glad you're not impressed by the man.
No.
Please. Horrible song. Melissa?
Yes.
28?
By the way, hang on a second, Melissa. Why weren't people making more of what Jennifer Lopez did to Ben Affleck? They're dating, they're engaged. She breaks up and gets married to somebody else 2 weeks later?
Well, but I think they all looked at her and said she's got the problem.
She's brutal. I mean, that is brutality.
Yeah,
well, I think it's brutal, but I think it's also self-worth issues with her, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, she has to be with a bad guy.
Right.
Has to be with a bad guy. But think the brutality of that kind of behavior towards somebody who actually was trying to have a relationship with her. Wow. And no one discusses that. What is that?
And Ben's a nice guy. I hope he's...
Yeah, he's good people.
Now he's going out with Jennifer Garner.
Drown his sorrows in that pig Jennifer Garner. It's got to be rough.
Tough.
They kind of,
it's
that's
got to be
work.
tough. Talk about
I think it will, too.
Crapper.
She's beautiful, and she's from the country. I think she's from West Virginia.
Yeah, waffle cramping material.
Mm-hmm.
Waffle crapper.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Melissa?
Yes.
You're 28?
Mm-hmm.
So your boyfriend does speed.
Yeah, he does speed. He didn't used to, but as our relationship progressed...
I mean, he wasn't born doing speed?
He didn't used to do speed, but...
now he does speed lots.
Ryan does a lot of speed now. All right.
Yeah. He swears that he doesn't, but I noticed all these sores all over him.
Yeah, people that do speed get something called a picker syndrome. They start believing that there's something under the skin, a bug or a piece of glass, and they start picking and picking and picking. They erode their skin and cause ulcers all over the place. Face, arms, and that's what he's got.
Yeah, basically. Okay, well, I don't do speed. And when we have sex, we've been together for like 10 years.
I've noticed now that I'm starting to get them, and I was wondering, is there a possibility from having sex with him without a condom that I could be getting the same things?
You're getting ulcers where?
Like on my face and on my arms, but not bad, but just enough to where I know they're not normal.
And you're not.
And you're definitely not doing drugs.
You're not doing cocaine.
No, I have a heart murmur. I was born with mitral valve prolapse. No, I can't do that.
You know, mitral valve prolapse is something that most women your age have. You realize?
Really? Yeah. You can do some blow.
It's a very common thing.
They're just giving you the green light to do the
be that as it may. But it's weird that she takes a very common thing.
Well, something's going on with Melissa.
Yeah.
Melissa, let's forget about your skin for a second. Talk about your brain. You've been with this guy for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're not married?
No, not yet.
And he's a severe amphetamine addict. Don't want to do something about that?
Who's lying to
you? Yeah. Well, I kept on confronting him, and he swore up and down, no. And then one of his friends came and told me, oh, yes, he is.
Okay, so what's going on with you?
You know if you're with a speed addict.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's not like they can...
Except if your dad was an alcoholic addict, you sort of come to expect that kind of thing. So
Melissa, what about your dad?
What about my dad?
Mm-hmm.
Well, basically, he was an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. All right. Fantastic. Was he an alcoholic?
No. Not as far as I know.
He didn't do drugs?
Drugs?
I don't know, because it was my mom. They got divorced when I was really young. All I know is I never saw him very much. But he did leave me at the Treasury once and took off and moved away.
All right.
Hold on.
Treasury?
He left you at the Treasury?
He just left you in a public place and took off?
What's the Treasury?
It used to be kind of like a Kmart.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Treasury.
Just kind of left you in Walmart and took off.
People, by the way, never get tired of using a local landmark on the show who call from distant places. It never gets tiring. I don't know how that works, but it's like, oh no, where does he work? It's a Quigley's.
The Quigley Joe's.
Quigley Joe's? No, nothing. Yeah, no.
Over on West Point Street.
Yeah, home of the bottomless Pepsi trough. No, nothing. It's just they're calling.
Well, they
from
didn't
New
give you
Brunswick.
that. They're like, they're on to the next thing.
Yeah, they're on to the next thing.
All
right, he left you at the Treasury. I thought he worked for the Mint or something.
Like he was in D.C.
Yeah. All right, so
next to Alexander Hamilton's statue.
He left you. Okay, he's a bad guy. It seems like maybe you got a bad guy. 10 years with the same guy. You say, I asked you, why haven't you been married or you're not married? And you said, not yet. You've been with the guy for 10 years. Do you think you're going to get married? And why would you want to get married?
Well, this is the thing. I have a fear of intimacy because...
A what?
Fear of intimacy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every guy that I ever run up against I don't have much...
But you've been with this guy since you were 18.
Yeah.
You've been this guy since you're a senior in high school. What are you talking about? You're almost 30.
What's every guy you've been up against too, as you say?
Yeah.
Well, like my dad.
Yeah, that's right.
He abandoned me.
Yeah, but why would you cling to a guy that's severe amphetamine addict lying to you? And by the way, just to answer your...
When I first met him, as far as I know, he wasn't doing this.
All right.
It's therefore excuse the last 9 years.
You met him in 1981.
That's another life is happening.
All right, Melissa, let's go, baby. Come on. Okay, you had a crappy dad. You and everyone else in America. Let's go. Let's get it together.
On for you.
Melissa, here's the one thing, just to answer your question. The one thing you could get from him that can cause little ulcers like that would be scabies. And he is an addict, so he would be at risk for scabies. He probably does not. It's probably merely a picker syndrome. And God knows living around somebody like that can make you anxious enough to start picking at yourself.
Let's go. It's 10 years. You wasted 10 years. Let's break it down. Let's go. Break yourself free. You're not a junkie. Your dad's an a-hole. So now move on. Let's go. Get some therapy. Dump this guy. Move on.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Leanne Tweeden is here. We'll take a real world-class waffle crapper. We'll take ourselves maybe the crappiest of the waffle crappers. Oh, no, the waffleest of the crapping waffles. All right, we'll work that out, Drew. I know it doesn't sound good, but it is. Take a quick break. Be right back after this.
Loveline. We'll be right back.
94.7 FM.
Everybody, it's the Love Line. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Leanne Tweeden is here tonight. You can see her on Best Damn Sports Show, period. Also, you can find her on the cover of this month's FHM magazine. Actually, December FHM magazine, but it's out now. And, yeah, the big holiday extravaganza. She's right in the middle there. She's prone and poised and looking good in her underpants. Some say the bra's coming off. Others say it's going on, Drew.
You say it's going on.
I say it's going on after a hard night of being off. That's what I'm saying.
She's pretty well put together for going back on, as it were.
Well, you know, she's hair
and makeup.
She's an Uber fox.
What?
Yeah.
Uber. Well, we're on that German kick.
Yeah.
Germanic.
Uber.
Fox.
Uber
Fox. That's waffle crapper.
Yeah, waffle crapper.
I like Uber Fox, though, better. It sounds better.
Doesn't have the...
doesn't roll off the tongue quite like waffle crapper.
I don't know. Say it with a German accent. I think you'll learn to appreciate it.
When did Avril Lavigne become a heroin addict?
I don't know.
Look at that.
Avril Lavigne, she's come on, she's edgy.
Come on.
She's punk, Drew. True.
She has that teen angst.
Drew's pointing at a picture in a magazine, by the way, if anyone wants to know what he's doing.
Why does everyone have teen angst? Why is everyone so angry when life is so good?
Oh.
Dr. Drew, why is that?
Because we all...
Self-worth?
No, because we all weren't endowed with the same privileges that you and adolescents were endowed with. Adam and I had misery during adolescence.
No, but I mean, why do people that have everything in the world, why are they so miserable?
You mean adults?
Yeah, or people that have success, and people that have money, and they have everything at the world at their feet, and they're still angry.
It's like taking your brain and putting it in any other environment. If your brain is not healthy, you can take it to St. Louis or Pasadena. You're still gonna be depressed. You're still gonna have trouble with your relationships, and ultimately, really, it's all about the interpersonal experience.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, it's the capacity to experience yourself and other people fully.
That's why I got TiVo.
And that's what a lot of people don't do.
They can't do it because of trauma, neglect, and distrust, and ruptures, and so it's
a lifelong thing to work on, huh?
Mm-hmm.
True. You look at people as receptacles for your passion. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You don't see them. You just see them as walking empty passion buckets once you receive your passion.
Better.
He does.
That's why I like Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I admire him. He's a very smart man.
Yeah, the more you know, the less impressed you are.
Oh, it's my third time on this show, and I love him more and more.
See?
It's
Told
so,
you.
Must be so nice.
There's an optimal range.
It must be so nice. Yeah. Wait till you start going the other side of the mountain.
You get to deal with the fact that I am gay.
I went down that about 6 years ago. Still free falling, by the way. Rose?
Yes?
Yeah. I'm going to talk to you because you've been on hold for 113 minutes.
Sorry, Rose.
Yeah.
World's greatest doctor didn't want to talk to you. Didn't deem your problem as important.
If you remember, Rose, Vicodin tonight, take some codeine, smoke a little heroin.
All right,
as you remember, Rose, we were going to your call about an hour ago, but Corolla suddenly took a sidetrack to something else.
Germany, Florida.
Germany or Florida. He got sort of distracted.
Sorry, Rose.
Listen, I'm
and now you're putting her back on hold.
No, because I'm required by the FCC to play Germany or Florida every 20-minute break. Like I got to give the call letters out. You understand? We could get into trouble. We could lose our license.
We have a point. Anyway,
all right.
I know.
All right. Rose?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, so you're 20, you haven't had your period in 2 years, and now make it 2.5 years because you've been on hold for 6 months.
Yeah, basically.
Are you a ballerina or a dancer?
No, well, I used to dance just when I was younger, but I seriously had my first period when I was 10. And seriously, it's been so sporadic, every couple of years. All
right, well, hold on. Now, the fact that you were 10,
about it.
The sort of weight threshold for menses is about 110 pounds. So a 10-year-old at 110 pounds means you were pretty good size, right?
I don't think I was that big when I was 10. I don't quite remember, but...
Well, and so Drew, is it... I mean, it's about age, but it's also... You just can't have one at 80 pounds?
Right. It tends to be at certain age ranges of weight threshold. And the other thing that... So my thinking starts going, well, maybe... Are you overweight now?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, because when you're fat, it can cause anovulatory cycles. It can the adipose tissue produces estrogen and it suppresses the ovulation, and so you can be, and also being heavy can be associated with
and thin.
No, she's heavy.
No, I know she's not both.
Thin makes you...
Her right side's morbidly obese, but her left side, real waffle crapper. You got. I hope that's the side you get on a Saturday night.
But the other thing, Rose,
no,
is
if you're very skinny,
right, like a ballerina. That's why I asked a lot of ballerinas don't have their periods for years or haven't had it for years.
Eating disorder, ballerinas. Again, you're below that 110-pound threshold. Sometimes the body tries to conserve itself. But the other thing, Rose, is that overweight is also suggestive of polycystic ovarian disease. So has anybody looked
overweight?
Yeah. What does your doctor say?
Well, seriously, like I've had so many tests. I've had something wrong, possibly with my pituitary gland or the endocrine system.
Relax. Boy, people they love making a drama out of this. It means your hypothalamic pituitary axis doesn't cycle normally. That's what they're telling you. It's sort of rhythmicity is off a little bit, which is a very common thing. But I bet you some of it has to be due to the adipose tissue, the fat tissue producing estrogen and suppressing ovulation. And I would look into the question of polycystic ovary. I would lose weight and get some exercise going and see if your periods don't return a little bit.
How much you weighing, Rose?
I'm 5 foot and I'm 180.
5 foot, 180. All right. I was going to do the radio math, but I'll go with you on that. First off, it's your folks. It's their fault for naming you Rose. That's a heavy set name.
Oh, honey, I'm
second only to. Oh, it isn't. What's your real one? Delia? Because that's the heavier name.
No, my name is too unique. I don't think you can possibly classify it. And since it is so unique,
what was that?
Jeannie?
No. Okay, but anyways,
wait a minute. What is your real name?
I'm not going to say it on the radio.
Well, then because we have to decide whether it's a fat name or not, decide what kind of diet to put you on, an exercise program.
Oh, my God.
Based on your name. But listen.
Jeannie or something.
If Renee is a husky name, that's a different. If you're a dude named Renee, you're fat. That's a tough name.
I think of thin French smoker with bad teeth.
Renee.
Yeah. Well, that's what he'd love you to think, but unfortunately, he's got a weight problem.
What's the husky be? Teresa? No.
Teresa, I'll tell you, Tammy. Oh God. Tammy can be a healthy.
Tammy can go either way.
Cammy can be a fat chick, but she puts out, so it sort of evens out. All right, let's get back to Rose. Rose.
Okay, but since the irregular ovulations aside, I was wondering, like I've only had a couple partners and I've used condoms. I've had them wear condoms every time. So I'm wondering if, like, I was with somebody for a long time and we were both tested. We don't have any STDs. What would be the possibility or the probability of me getting pregnant without a condom or without?
You still should consider yourself fertile.
Yes.
You don't know when you're going to ovulate. You can't predict that.
Hey, Rose.
Oh, okay.
So, how about some diet and some exercise?
There you go. All right.
Yeah?
That's it, Adam.
All right, baby doll. What else are you doing? You going to be a nurse?
No, I'm actually a college student. I'm majoring in business. There's quite a few things I could go into, but not a nurse isn't one of them.
UC Riverside?
Yes.
All right. You get your MBA, and then it's payback time for the Jets. Oh, yes. Oh, didn't want to go to the prom, huh? All right. You're fired. Take that.
Knock, knock.
Yeah. Who's there? You're fired. That's right. All right. Now, where were we, Drew?
Talking to Brad.
Oh, it's tough when you're short and you're thick. And I hear these commercials for, like, these diet pills, and they're like, when dieting and exercise aren't enough. It's like, what do you mean? We're not, look, I guarantee we'll get the weight off with diet, you know.
Oh, yeah. What about the one that's like, this isn't for just the slightly overweight.
Oh,
I mean, like, that's going to hook everyone.
No.
This is only for the severely overweight, obese people out there.
I love that.
I'm like, come on.
I love that guy. Like, look, I'm Dr. Cinnamon. If you're
just slightly overweight,
5 or 10 pounds, no offense, but this isn't for you. Yeah. I love that scam. I like that one, too. Like, look, I got a money-making opportunity. If you're only interested in making a couple $100 a week, please talk to somebody else. Don't waste my time. If you're interested in making millions of dollars a year, then we can talk. But please be upfront with me. Tell me, do you just want to make like $85 a month? Because if you do, there's other places you go. I'm trying to be respectful. My program, you make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah. We only want serious.
Yeah, and with my program, you lose the pounds melt away. You're not interested in that, are you? Just want to lose 4 or 5 pounds, right?
You'd be a trizillionaire if you created the pill that just melted fat away from people.
Yeah, but by the way, you do nothing but eat grapefruits and run 20 miles a day. The weight's going to come off. Eventually, it's
Did you see the show The Big Loser?
No, I didn't.
I never saw it either, but
It was
I heard
good.
about it.
I saw,
It was good.
I saw
I
a
was
little.
shocked.
I saw bits and pieces of it, and here's a problem.
The beginning was good anyway.
Here's a problem I had. The guys, before they got on the scale, I mean, they're like fighters going into the weigh-in. They got
did
down.
it up. Yeah, they did it
No,
up.
they got down to the shorts and the underpants.
Oh, yeah, it was disgusting.
Seeing a lot of man boob.
Yeah.
And when you're a guy and you were formerly 395 and you're now down to a svelte 295, 310, you got some man boobage on you.
Yeah.
And
a little excess skin hanging out.
You're packing a C cup. And you got this weird, there's a weird thing that the guys have where the nipple sticks straight out, like someone just, taped a coaster to them. Like the nipple doesn't, like on a woman, the nipple is sort of head down a little bit.
Yeah.
This is weird because there's a fat deposit and then the nipple's like up top. Anyway, I was staring at miles of man boob. And first off, I thought, and in our head is, could I please see some sack to cleanse my palate? Please, I need to see sack. That's the sorbet on my palate. I've been looking at man boob for 2
There
hours.
was a fair amount of crack.
I actually looked at my own sack.
Miles there, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Worked. No, I pulled it up over my head. I didn't actually look down. I
Sling it over your shoulder.
slung it over, and then pow, right over the head. I could see light coming through it, actually. And the point is what it's all this FCC nonsense, but really, it's okay to look at just sort of morbidly obese, sort of grotesque, nothing but stretch marks and man boob. By the way, you can't show a drawing of a chick.
You know what? They had the good sense.
You can't see a drawing of the nipples without tiling them out. What's going on? Look, either something's offensive or it isn't.
Right.
Aren't we at that point?
And they had a good sense of having attractive, heavy women. The women were somewhat attractive.
That you were going, hey, if she lost weight, she'd be hot.
The guys were just enormous.
If that woman showed a little ass crack, they would have to tile it right out. But meanwhile, acres of man boob, one after the other. And they did all the guys. I was just watching. I was like, the next guy up, next guy up, next guy up. So hundreds of man
You know what's
boobs.
funny? I was on Fox News the other morning, and they did show the magazine, and everything had a little swoosh. Just even like over the little crack or just over the little...
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's not showing anything...
Yeah.
They just completely, they're so conservative, they completely just put a little ribbon cover over it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you would think that if I was looking at it and didn't know what this magazine was, I'd be like, oh my gosh, she's naked.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah, the imagination runs wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made it worse.
Right.
That they...
It became salacious,
Right,
right. And then it's like, it's so naughty. What is that?
Yeah, we once, many years ago, it seems like a more innocent time for the Man Show, actually confronted the executives over Comedy Central and asked them how much ass crack could we show. And they got together.
Male or female?
Male or female. Actually, it's both. They got together, they had a meeting on it.
Ass crack meeting?
They came back and they said, you can show one quarter. One quarter of a, not a quarter inch.
Quarter of a crack.
Quarter of a crack.
Whoa, that's quite a bit.
Full length.
Well, let's say first off,
free range crack
you don't
union crack.
You don't measure the crack in square footage. You measure it
centimeters.
No, you measure it in lineal footage.
Linear footage. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's just a straight line.
Yeah.
And so if the average person has 9 inches or 10 inches of ass crack, you could show 2.5 inches or 3 or whatever.
So do you have to measure that person's, or are you going by national averages?
A quarter of that person's ass crack.
So if you've got
a ton of crack, you might be able to show 3-4 feet of it.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So we worked it out.
Everyone that came on the Man Show had their ass crack measured.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd actually, I worked out something. It's a sort of a variation of what they call the Brannock device. They used to measure feet at the shoe store. Remember that one? This is for it's slapped in. Yeah. There was a lawsuit because someone got something pinched.
So wait, does the FCC send out guidebooks for y'all? Is that actually in there?
No.
That's
the problem, actually.
We immediately invented 3/4 ass shorts. And had people wearing the 3/4 ass shorts.
So it's kind of like girls that wear low-cut pants anyways, right? You kind of sort of, they're so low that you sort of get that top part of the cock anyways.
I just would like to have people decide on what's offensive, not what crosses the sexual line.
Right.
We can have a Joe Rogan screaming at a guy
what
eating a
offends
bunch
me
of
might not
maggots,
offend you.
That's right. What about the atheists who don't want to see the man boob, don't want to see the guy burying his face in otter whiz eating maggot-encrusted Rocky Mountain oysters with Joe Rogan screaming at them? How about the guy just likes to see a little woman boob? Huh?
Hey, the rest of the show is going to be a commercial.
Atheist.
If we don't break.
All right. Quiet, Anderson. We got to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Loveline will be right back, so get your problems ready. Ready.
94.7 Alternative Portland.
It's different here.
Get it on, boy. I tell you, got to get it on. Break it down and get it on. Leanne Tweeden in here tonight. Yeah, she's on the cover of FHM magazine. It's Uncle getting sex change. All right, Leanne, we got a question for Leanne. We'll take that, and then we'll do a sex change operation question. Vladimir?
Yeah.
You're 20?
20, yeah. How's it going, Adam? Just want to say, you're my God among gods, Dr. Drew. You're a passionate man. Just want to say hi to Leanne.
And coming from a guy named Vladimir.
Yeah. Vlad.
I'm sorry, what?
Vlad, you a fan of Leanne's?
Huge fan. Just thought she's super gorgeous. Thought she's awesome. Saw her in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but that show got canceled, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So just wondering, what could we expect from you in the future? Any new shows or acting?
We're working on some stuff. I'm not interested in acting, but we're working on some new stuff over at Fox. We're doing some pre-Super Bowl stuff that I'll be doing, and possibly working on another show for the network, actually. A sports show that I can't really go into right now, but stuff down the line for sure, but still a lot of sports, and maybe a pilot talk television or so next.
Staying around the extreme sports, or just kind of?
I'm a little bit. I'm getting ready to do something with Tony Hawk and the Boom Boom Huck Jam. It'll be a special on Fox that'll air right before the Super Bowl. So yeah, I'm still throwing around that circle, and I know all those people, and I know all the sports. So definitely, I never stray too far.
Vlad?
Awesome. Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got the FHM to beat off to.
I'll be definitely checking out the Adam pose.
Yeah. I don't know.
Corolla pose. I beg your pardon.
It's the one where she has her thumb
full
under
body.
the
You'll
side
see
of her
it.
panties.
It's the full body turquoise.
Turn about for it. Well, you'll know it. You'll know it when you see it.
Did she do the Drew pose?
Drew
We've
pose.
already forgotten what that was.
Drew pose.
Wait, hold on. I say it's this one. Hold on.
No, that's
my feet up in the air.
Fetal position.
That one, yeah.
That's it's the one where he's in fetal position, begging for his nuts back from his
See,
wife.
you all knew before I even showed you. See?
Yes.
So there you go.
Brad?
Yeah.
Your uncle's getting a sex change operation?
Yeah, actually, he is. He's supposed to in about a year.
Mm-hmm. About a year. Right.
We just found out about 2 weeks ago. He told
Great news. How old is he?
He's like 46.
All right.
What's the question?
He's got 4 children.
Oof.
Well,
Has your uncle always been different?
yeah, he's always been the black sheep of the family.
Okay.
All right.
But, my stepmom was looking on the internet about it. We were trying to find out what would have caused this psychological problem or whatever to make.
Well, all kinds of debate about it.
A lot of water under the bridge, though. I mean, as far as you go, Brad, you're 16. There's no way you could chain yourself to a bulldozer in front of the surgeon's office. It's not going to do anything.
Right. Your uncle's going to do what he's going to do.
Yeah.
For him.
And by the way, my thing, I think you would agree, Adam, too. Whatever people want to do, great, fantastic. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult though on Thanksgiving when you show up looking like
Uncle
an Esther.
Auntie, what?
No, but I understand that it makes it difficult for families to adjust. But it gets broadcasted a lot. People
I don't know why you need.
I think because people don't understand it.
I don't know why does Brad need a 1 year heads up on this?
Don't they have to get hormonally like prepare? Yeah, they have to sort of prepare their body, prepare their mind.
That the uncle should have alerted everybody when he was going under the knife, and that's it.
I don't know.
Hey, I got pre-op surgery tomorrow.
Here's all I'm saying. As a family member, the less time this could be rolling around my noggin, the better for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if I found out someone was sick in my family, I'd like them to die the next day.
Right.
I don't want to live with it for a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe I'd kill him. Yeah, just put a bullet in him.
Not
It's
very
mercy
realistic,
kill. No, but it's not.
It doesn't work like that.
All right, that's all I'm saying. For me, if someone said my dad's going to get a sex change operation and get made into a man, yeah, you have to add a penis to him, Drew. That would be a sex change operation for my pussy dad.
You want to enjoy him as a pussy as long as possible.
Yeah, it's a great guy. Wonderful. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. You're looking to hook up, sick of wasting time with the wrong person?
One call's all you need to make.
Call the Dateline.
Well, that's the show. I want to thank Leanne Tweeden for coming in here, dear friend, for stopping by. And
thank you, guys.
Doing the Lord's work. God bless you, baby doll. FHM, everybody, on newsstands as we speak. And, of course, Best Damn Sports Show, period. So, until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Annie Gold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.